Welcome to the Final Picture Show podcast. We are here tonight to talk about Terminus, which is a movie that has an amazing fucking name. I will say that. If nothing else, it has a great science fiction name. Terminus. Coming to us in 1987, January 28th, 1987. At least in France and in Germany it came out. It would never get an American theatrical release, ever.
Oh.
Yep. This never came out in America for theater. Well, I guess we're just going to dive right on in. Sign of the Apocalypse this week is, well, there's so many to name. Don't mention Epstein. Don't mention that damn list.
Do it.
Don't do it. Don't talk about it. Why is everyone talking about it?
And to distract you from talking about it, here's what I'm going to do to Rosie O'Donnell. And here's what I'm going to do to Putin. And here's what I'm going to do to... Oh, God.
Fuck Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, and I guess now, I don't know, my concerns, like we talked about it last time, was like Ghislaine Maxwell, like, what about her?
Yeah.
Apparently her name's coming up again.
Yeah. We'll see.
She's trying to testify. I think they shut her down, though. But
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, we'll see. Speaking of seeing, we have a poll out that has actually gotten quite a few results here.
Hey.
Currently, our poll is, what is the next post-apocalyptic film series we should look at? We got the month of August coming up soon, so I'm going to let the poll run until the end of July. But currently, for those interesting parties, we got Resident Evil, the Resident Evil film series, and the Train to Busan film series tied for last with 15% of the vote. The second place is Romero's Dead trilogy, the first three, with 31% of the vote. And at the top of the list with 38% of the vote, it's a tight race still, is all five of the original Planet of the Apes movies.
Ooh.
So we'll see where the votes take us. But yeah, you guys can vote for what we are going to watch next month. We're going to do another one of those little trilogies or series that we've done in the past, where we've looked at all the Mad Max movies, all five of those, and we looked at all five of the Left Behind movies because, well, we hate ourselves.
Yeah, really.
So what's the next series should we look at? So currently, Planet of the Apes is in the run. That's the one that I voted for. I voted for Planet of the Apes myself.
Same.
Good. Those are the two votes. Yeah, but some of our fans here are letting their voices be heard as well. So currently, Apes is in the read.
Also, hey there, fans! Holy shit!
Yeah. Thank y'all for voting. That was cool. I threw one of those up, just seeing like, was anyone give a shit? And apparently, enough people did that. Got some good votes. So yeah, I'm gonna keep letting it go. Let it go and let it go.
Oh yeah.
A couple more weeks until we get to the end of the month of July, which, as a teacher, is always not a fun month. This is always the depressing month because this marks the end of the summer break for me, where I now have to start waking up early and start actually doing things for money instead of just getting paid to sleep. It sucks. It does. Breaks, as the kids say.
It does suck.
Yeah, right,
I'm right there with you. I just watched Office Space again, and I'm like, God, I really would do nothing if I had millions of dollars.
Oh, God, yeah. Anyone that's like, you find a job you love and you'll never work a day, and you're like, fuck you. Work is work. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do shit. If you could pay me to stay home and do nothing all day, gladly take that deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gladly take that deal. People are like, well, that's socialism. I don't fucking care.
Oh, God, give it all to me.
Like, I don't want to have to work. Working sucks, man.
I don't have to make decisions? Good. I don't like doing that anyway. I'm bad at it.
Like, dude, I've been working since I was 17 years old, and the more I look at it, I'm like, I still got like 40 fucking years to go before I might get to retire. And you expect me to look at that like happiness? Like, no.
Yeah, right?
I'm like seeing that. This is like the analogy I can give you is like, it's like driving from like, West Texas to San Antonio. You start and you're like, I'm how many miles away? Fuck that. Let's stop and go to San Angelo. Like, there you go. Because it's closer. So it's like, yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, those people are dumb. But some people put in some work to this movie, so let's talk about them because they got paid something. I could not find anything about the budget about this movie. This movie has very little information about it. Not a whole lot is known. If you go to IMDb, the trivia section is like 3 things, and that's it.
Dang.
And after this podcast, we might be able to add a couple to that list. But otherwise, here we go. Directed by and written by Pierre William Green, who was mostly a cinematographer from France. This movie is a co-production from France and Germany. So, we've seen the Italian Mad Max ripoffs. We will look at some point in our future. Well, I guess we did look at Waterworld and Postman, so in a way we've seen some American Mad Max ripoffs. Yeah. Now we're looking at a French/German Mad Max ripoff, because that's kind of what this is a ripoff of Mad Max 2, except what if it was done by the French and the Germans? And this is what we're going to get. So Pierre William Green, like I said, mostly a cinematographer, actually died not too long ago in September of 2024.
Man.
Yep. Career goes all the way back to the 1960s, including doing some really out there, bizarre type avant-garde cinema, including one movie called Out One, which is a 12-hour-long movie.
Shit.
He also did Out One 2, which was a sequel to that one, which is like another 6-hour-long movie. So some very long movies there, kind of exploring and messing with some of the expectations of cinema, of what cinema can and should look like.
Yeah.
Also doing things like Day for Night, The Clockmaker, Judge and the Assassins, Boy Soldier, September 11th, which is a interesting long-form movie about the world's reaction to 9/11, which I did watch in preparation for this. I watched that movie. I was able to find it. And I will say that movie is really, really well done. I really, really enjoyed that.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so
especially for people like us that can remember it.
He also did he also did The Art of Breaking Up. So he did the cinematography for all of those, right? But he also directed 20 other movies, also in French, most of them. This movie is one of the only movies he has done that is not in French. It is French and English. And like I said, produced by the The French. So the Germans?
To do what was it, Snatch, before the Germans get here?
The writers of this movie, there are 4 of them, like I said, and usually in the history of our podcast, when you see that many writers, that tells you right away that you have probably 4 too many, because that's a lot of people to be working on a script. So either everyone took a chance at fixing something, or there was a lot of hands in the kitchen. But here are some of the guys. So the director also wrote a little bit of this. Alan Gillah also wrote part of it. He has 5 credits, including a television program called Mr. Know-It-All. Patrick Dubic, I could be pronouncing your name wrong. He is French. I could be Dubé, I'm not sure. He
could be.
Also was a writer here, and his only other feature was 20 years before this one. So 1967 and 1987, those are the only 2 credits he has. And the last one is a guy named Wallace Potts, who was actually from Birmingham, Alabama, and he was the writer and director of Psycho Cop. So he would also write a little bit of this movie as well. So a lot of people writing, taking a chance at fixing up a movie that technically you and I have not watched yet. So we're trying something a little new, which is that we're doing the background of the movie before we actually have watched the movie. And then when we take our little break and we come back, y'all will flash forward in time with us, a la Eraserhead, and then you'll hear what we thought about the movie after we've now watched it. So, trying a little something new, seeing if it,
And just like Eraserhead, one of us will probably give birth to a little creature thing that'll definitely be today.
Definitely. Speaking of giving birth to little creature things, we have Karen Allen. I don't know if that's true. But Karen Allen is mostly known for being Marion in the Indiana Jones series.
Oh, yeah.
But she's been in a ton of other things, including Malcolm X, Scrooged, Manhattan, Cruising, Starman. And she was also the mom in Sandlot. That's maybe where a lot of Gen Zers might know her from, and millennials.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that one was probably my intro to her, that and Raiders. But Starman I eventually caught on. I feel like there was another one. She was Animal House. She was in Animal House too.
Yeah.
When she was young.
Lots and lots of things. Next in line here is Johnny Halliday, who is the French Elvis. He was a huge in almost said in England, huge in France. It was basically their Elvis in terms of having a huge impact and being a sex symbol, as well as being in movies. So he was in several movies, lots and lots and lots and lots of French movies, and lots and lots and lots of TV performances, a la Elvis as well. The only real big other American thing you might see him in is he was in the Pink Panther 2 remake with Steve Martin. Yeah, he's in that for a hot second.
I've never watched the remakes.
Yeah,
nothing against
I can't
Steve Martin.
say I've ever watched those either.
I like Steve Martin.
I love Steve Martin. I just have no interest in watching that at all.
Him doing that is no thanks.
Yeah, not my thing at all.
It's just I like Leslie Nielsen, but I'm not going to watch the Mr. Magoo live action thing.
Yes,
that's not happening.
Yeah, just not my jam. Not my jam.
No.
Things that are my jam is the next actor that we're going to talk about, Jürgen Prochnow, who plays 3 roles in this movie because you can never have enough Jürgen Prochnow. He plays 3 different roles in this one film, kind of spreading his wings. He would, of course, be usually the villain in a lot of things, but
usually
featured in Wing Commander, Air Force One, Judge Dredd, The Mouth of Madness, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Das Boot, Dune, and my favorite movie that he was in that is kind of like a hidden gem is The Keep. It's also based on a really good book about it's basically these Nazis find this old abandoned keep, and guess what's in there? There's a monster. So you get some horror witchcraft shit mixed with some Nazis, mixed with some occultism. It's a good time. It's a fun time. They made it into a pretty decent little movie, but the book was a wonderful read.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, do you have a favorite Jürgen Prochnow movie? Any movie that you most associate with him?
Judge Dredd's a big one.
Yeah, Judge Dredd.
Dune is a really big one.
Dune, yes.
Especially
David
when
Lynch's
he remembers the tooth.
Yes. I guess we have to specify David Lynch's Dune, not
David
the
Lynch's
newest ones. He's not in those.
Denis Villeneuve?
Yeah, I guess that's his name. Speaking of French, there's another French director. Yeah.
Working on my French pronunciation.
Jurgen here is not in those ones, but he is in the David Lynch original. Yeah, same thing. I most associate David Lynch, that movie with him, Dune, as well as Beverly Hills Cop 2, because I love the Beverly Hills Cop movies, but I especially love the first 2 Beverly Hills Cop movies.
Yes.
I used to watch them a lot growing up as a kid, especially because they used to edit them down for TV and show them on TNT, TBS, USA, all of those things, and so it became very normal to watch a lot of Beverly Hills Cop 1 and Beverly Hills Cop 2, and so Beverly Hills Cop 2 especially, he is the villain in that one, and does a wonderful job of being the villain.
He does. Oh, that's how I associate him with villainy, because of that.
I like that. Our 2 things that we most associate with him are movies that most people would consider bad, fucking Dune and Beverly Hills Cop 2. But those are the movies that I first saw him in. Wing Commander, another one. We talked about that one at one point.
Oh yeah,
Air Force One is kind of a fun little time.
But I also got to ask you: do you ever read Sutter Kane?
Yes, In the Mouth of Madness. That's the one that if I was going to be a pretentious asshole, I could be yes, In the Mouth of Madness and Das Boot were my favorite movies of his. But no, it's Beverly Hills Cop 2. That's the one that I most kind of go to.
It's because it's the one I have. How many times have I seen In the Mouth of Madness? Maybe one in parts of it a few other times. I've never watched it all the way through more than once.
It's not my go-to John Carpenter movie. So it's the same thing. It's not the one that I immediately
enjoy
think
it,
of.
but
it's great. Yeah, it's a great time. Yeah.
And Das Boot I've seen once. Again, great movie, but these other movies are just right up my alley.
Yeah.
So.
Well, last guy that we'll talk about here is Gabriel Damon, who was in Baywatch, ER, also Erie, Indiana, and the RoboCop TV show, as well as the Growing Pains TV show, kind of mostly associated with TV shows. However, his biggest credit, the thing that Gabriel Damon is mostly known for, is he would go on to be the voice of Littlefoot in Land Before Time. as well as
Ah.
being the original choice for the voice of Feifel in those movies. He was the original person they wanted for that role. They were not able to get him, and so instead they found a different voice actor for Feifel for the Feifel series. But he would be, like I said, the voice actor for Littlefoot in the Land Before Time series, at least in the first one. So, still around today, actually. Does real estate in California. So, not doing movies at all anymore. Doing real estate in California. But that is our cast. It's a very, very small cast. Only really like total of like 10 people in the cast. And those are the big ones that we're going to talk about. Let's get into a little bit of the background. There's not much to say here other than the movie was set in the year 2037, which we are spiraling ourselves towards as or we are speeding up, as we say on the earth. The movie was never theatrically released in the United States, only theatrically released in France, where it did not do the best, but has done okay on VHS and DVD. It still makes some money that way. Has a little bit of a cult audience, but well,
we'll see if we join those ranks.
I was going to say, I think you could call this as one of those movies that like is a cult movie that doesn't have its Kool-Aid, right? Like it's a movie that needs a cult audience. Like this movie probably needs more people to discover it, but the fact that it was never released theatrically in the United States, features a mostly foreign cast, and doesn't really have like any big name directors or writers associated with it, and is a post-apocalyptic sports driving movie, is kind of puts a lot of interesting elements in its way. But it also, I think, adds a lot of things where I'm actually kind of really looking forward to watching it to see
absolutely.
Is this going to be like one of those cult movies that I'm like, this is a new favorite, or is this going to be kind of like Rollerblade where I'm like, yeah, I get it, but man, it's just not for me. Not for me.
Right.
So we'll see though.
You get Rollerblade? Anyway.
I get why people would like it. I get why people would like it. So this movie was mostly filmed in Munich and in Budapest, going along with the German and French productions. And it has 4 different versions, so kind of adding to a cult movie flair. 4 different cuts. The French cut is 1 hour and 55 minutes long. The German cut is 1 hour and 21 minutes long. The Spanish cut is 1 hour and 20 minutes long. And the United States cut, the one that we will be watching, is 1 hour and 24 minutes long. So we're actually losing about 35 minutes to the French cut that we are not seeing here. That
doesn't shock me. Just the way cinema works, or it's just the sentimentality, I guess. And I'm mostly going stereotypical because what do I know? I've never been there. Now, if anybody wants to fund me, no, anyway, you're right. Start that grift.
We'll talk a little bit more about France in a second because we're going to look at the people that were in the charts as well as the American charts during this time. But before we get into looking at just the music, the last thing that we're going to talk about on the background of this movie is the music, and this is a fact that you actually cannot find on IMDb. You got to do a little research to find this one. But the movie did get a French vinyl release for its soundtrack, and its soundtrack was mostly performed and composed by Stan Ridgway. Are you familiar with Stan Ridgway? Because I wasn't until I looked him up.
I don't think I am.
So Stan Ridgway is the main guitarist, singer, and songwriter of 80s alternative band Wall of Voodoo, who would mostly be known for their big hit Mexican Radio.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the guy that does all the music here.
Holy shit. Okay.
And this would be one of the only movies that he scored. And like I said, the soundtrack only ever came out in France, so you cannot buy it in America. You have to import this from overseas if you are looking for a copy of this particular little soundtrack here. Speaking of the soundtrack, we'll see if it's good, right? We'll see if it's good. Speaking of the soundtrack, let's look at the French charts in January of 1987. There were actually some big American songs. So there's really only 3 songs that were really in the charts in France at this time that I could find any information about. And the 3 big songs at this point in time were Take My Breath Away by Berlin, The Final Countdown by Europe, And the number one song in
Ah.
France at this time was a song I did listen to, and I may be pronouncing this wrong, but it's Tien va pas, and it is by Elsa. And it is an interesting little French pop song. And I really enjoyed it, I will say. I listened to it earlier today on the old YouTube there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I like French culture. That's my thing. So I listen to a lot of French music.
I like some French music. I like a lot of old French 70s punk bands. There were some really good French punk bands back in the day. I have very little idea what the fuck they're saying. I just really I just think it's like kind of cool, undiscovered like French punk bands are cool.
I would like to actually. I started trying to learn French, but I really would like to actually become fluent so I could watch movies and listen to music without any subtitles or anything. I could just know what's going on.
That'd be cool.
Because I love French cinema. I love French music. So,
Yeah.
But...
So, number 5 in the charts, the top 5. Some of these are songs I'm familiar with. Some of them are ones I have never heard of before in my entire life. So, I'm not going to be able to give you too many hints here. Number 5 is a 80s singer-songwriter. She was a big pop icon. It was actually like I kind of crossed over into wrestling for a little bit. She was mostly known for her kind of extravagant hairstyles, and she did the Goonies soundtrack.
I know who you're talking about, and I knew who you were talking about. I had my ideas of who you were talking about until you said wrestling, and I was like, when did Cyndi Lauper do wrestling?
Oh, she was huge in wrestling. She did the stuff for the first WrestleMania. She also was involved with a lot of other stuff after that. Mm-hmm.
I was picturing actually wrestling.
Oh, no. I don't think she ever actually wrestled, but she was like, she led people to the ring and stuff, yeah. Number 5 at this time was Change of Heart by Cyndi Lauper.
Nice.
Yes. Number 4 was a wonderful prog group. We actually talked about them the last time that we went to the 80s to look at a movie.
Yeah.
2 famous lead singer members, Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel. And this was a song of theirs that was... Yes, Genesis is the band. Can you think of any songs of theirs that would have been really big in the 80s? This song was huge. God. Got covered by Anthrax.
Oh, shit. God, you think I would know that? Because I've completely drawn a blank.
Land of Confusion.
Oh, wait. Anthrax covered that?
They did, yeah. Anthrax did a cover of Land of Confusion.
I think I know. I think I have heard that.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it's okay.
Well, no. That's probably why I don't remember it.
I think so. I was like double checking. I'm like, am I wrong?
Anthrax did do a cover, at least some covers that I remember.
Anthrax did a cover of Ball of Confusion. Okay. There you go. Number 3 is actually a French song, which is interesting that it would be in the charts, but this is Robbie Nevik with C'est la vie. Familiar with the song, but or a version of that name, but I'm not sure if that's the song I'm thinking of. Different song with the same name. Don't know. No. Number 2 is the person you associate mostly with when you think of like 80s pop icons, from female pop icons.
Madonna?
Yep, Madonna.
Yep.
This song I'm not familiar with as much as her other stuff. This is Open Your Heart.
No, can't picture it.
Yep. And the number 1 song at this point in time when this movie came out in 1987 in America was one I cannot give you a hint on because I have no knowledge of the song. The artist is Billy Vera, and the song is At This Moment.
Must have been, because I've never heard of it outside of that moment.
Exactly, right? So a little bit of a weird time here in early January of 1987 when Terminus would come out. So stick around, and we'll come back in just a minute and talk about our feelings about the plot of this movie, because we're about to sit down and watch it. So see you in a minute. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the middle section of the show. Next week is the beginning of August, and what better way to celebrate both 2 anniversaries. One, it's a personal anniversary for us, because that'll be 1 year we've been doing this. Will be August. Yeah, it's been 1 whole year in August that we've done this. That's crazy.
Wow.
So in that year, we've looked at several series, and we just recently had a poll, and the results seem pretty conclusive up to now that the thing y'all want us to talk about in the month of August is Planet of the Apes. So this August, we're getting apey with it.
Nice.
That's not a good joke at all. Let's just come back, guys, and a couple little points of correction from Pat to future to past Matt from future Matt, because like we said before we left off, we were going to talk about the beginning of the movie and then actually go watch the movie. So some things that I fucked up on. One, the person in charge of the music, Stan Ridgway here, I said that this is one of the only movies that he scored. I meant to say this was one of the first movies he scored. He actually has done the soundtrack and score from composition for many films, including one of your favorites, Pump Up the Volume.
Awesome.
Yep. And he also, another little fun fact, he did a music video for a song from this soundtrack, which actually is pretty fucking, as the kids say, it rips, right? It's pretty cool. It's called End of the Line. Check that out.
Yeah.
It's I'll link it at in the little biography section of this episode or whatever it's called. It's a good, it's like an undiscovered little 80s song. It's really cool. I really enjoyed it. It's also the song that starts this movie. So I guess ends it. Yes. And the music video is like a clips from the movie. It's one of those music videos.
Yeah.
And a lot of the clips are obviously from the French version, which we do not see here. So, like we're missing like about 35 minutes of this movie.
Oh, that's right.
You can really tell at different parts of it where you're like, there seems like there's a lot missing here that I could use to explain a little bit more of what's going on.
Oh, I was worried that there was something wrong with me because I was like, I don't think I understand what's happening right now.
Speaking of understanding what's happening and maybe something being wrong with the both of us, there are a few more actors that we should talk about that after watching this, I was like, I got to look up who that person was because I was legitimately curious. So first off, the princess, the female little stowaway that we have, is played by Julie Glenn, and she would take a break from acting in around 1989 before coming back around 2001. And she is not only an actress, she is a writer, producer, and director of a lot of things. So there you go.
Wow.
The voice of Monster, who is a terrifying image that you will live with me for the rest of my life, is Luis Vincent, who has done a lot of French films. However, he does complete our trifecta of being an actor who has been in a TV show that connects the dots to a lot of our episodes. Do you know what show I'm talking about?
Oh, he's got to be in Highlander.
He was in 2 episodes of Highlander. He played 2 different characters.
Awesome.
Yeah. Another one for the chain-smoking string bulletin board of like how everything goes back to Highlander. Eventually, we will just sit down and that'll be what we do. If we ever do a Patreon, that'll be like our Patreon bonus episode. Start with is like every episode of Highlander. Here we go. Like, strap in.
And it'd be me watching them all for the very first time. So
yeah. I haven't seen all of them, and I've never seen them in order. Like when I watched it as a kid, it was always like, I would watch an episode, then it'd be like a few days, and I wouldn't watch an episode, because I would always watch them before or after wrestling. I forget what, but they always came on before or after one of the wrestling shows. And so if it was like Wednesday or Monday when wrestling came out, then I would watch it. But otherwise, I wasn't watching on Tuesdays or the other days, so I missed like large contextual parts of Highlander. But what I did see, parts of it stuck with me. So
there you go.
And
missing large contextual parts of Highlander. That's also called watching Highlander,
especially Highlander too.
Oh God.
Last character we'll talk about is Major. The character of Major is played by Dominique Valera. And he was a French kickboxing champion who would do a lot of other French movies after this, as well as his only other American credit is in some 90s softcore porn Cinemax series called The Red Shoe Diaries.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, which also starred a young David Duchovny. So.
I was about to say David Duchovny. That's the thing I remember from that.
Yeah, David Duchovny. Yeah, he was in a softcore porn at one point in time. Which, I guess, if you didn't know that and you're like a David Duchovny fan, you're like frantically looking up like David Duchovny softcore porn. Like what? And it's like yeah.
Yeah, right. Like what the hell?
Everyone had to get their breaks somehow.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of getting their breaks, let's get into the plot of this movie now that we've rectified our past errors.
As much of a plot as I was able to find.
Yeah, so that's the first thing is that this movie is confusing And we left off the last part by saying that some people call this movie like a movie like a cult movie that hasn't quite found its Kool-Aid. Like it has all the cult movie ingredients, but doesn't quite come together the way you want it to. It's like when you're making a cake and you think you're doing it well, and for whatever reason it just doesn't quite rise, and you're just like, how did I fuck that up? And that's kind of this movie. It's just kind of looking back at it and being like, wow, I don't know what. Every step of the way, everything was okay. Yeah, but somehow these things together just don't turn out well.
Oh yeah, no, it was like, I don't know, something was definitely missing, some kind of leavener, I guess, but it was, if we're going with the cake reference, or analogy rather, but because like I was I was very confused at the beginning, and then once we got into like action shit with that van, which by the way, that van is fucking awesome.
It is a cool ass van, one of the best post-apocalyptic vehicles ever.
Seriously, like I was just like, I need to know more about this van. I didn't look it up though, of course, but I got real excited, like genuinely, like I was a little kid watching a movie like this, you know?
Yeah,
that's how I felt. I was like, ooh,
yeah.
But then it would just kind of fall flat for me again, and then it would pick me up. I don't know, it just had that, you know, I was kind of riding these weird waves throughout the movie. So yeah, it's hard to make a cult following out of this. That's fair. I agree with that.
That's fair. Yeah. So we start with an amazing song, that End of the Line song we were just talking about, and it is a fucking killer way to start. And the other thing that we're going to notice is this movie is very like style and art over substance at times. Because it'll just randomly cut to like wireframe old computer graphics a la like Star Fox for no real reason. And then it'll cut back to other things, and there's just random shit happening. Like, I don't know if you caught it, but did you notice in the back of the Sir, I guess is his name, the bad guy, Jurgen Prochnow with the bad red-headed wig?
Oh my god!
Did you notice in the background there's just a guy lifting weights inexplicably the entire time?
Wait. No.
Yeah, there's just a guy lifting. There's just a guy lifting for no reason. No one ever explains it. He's just, you know what? I'm a sinister, evil motherfucker with a poorly fitted red-headed wig. You lift weights in the corner and don't stop. Just get your fucking swole on, bitch. Yeah, that's happening. I don't know. Go back
I missed
and watch
it because of that red wig.
The red-headed wig is very confusing. It is very distracting.
Oh, God.
So, another thing that you'll notice that we'll have to talk about is Jurgen Prochnow is playing 3 different characters. So my habit of calling the characters by their actor's name is going to be very confusing here, so I'm going to try. Right. Thankfully, of the 3 characters, all of them have very simple names. It's Sir, Doctor, and Driver. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are his characters' names. So
here's a question.
Yeah.
Were they all played by Jurgen Prochnow because they were related? I know they called one of them I think that's supposed to be call the Driver brother.
Yeah, so I believe that they're all clones of each other.
Oh,
but the movie never really specifically tells us that, or maybe it does in the French version where we're missing 30 minutes.
I bet the French get into
it. They never tell us exactly what they
never French.
they never clarify their relationship enough for you to know what's going on. You just instantly recognize like these 3 people all look alike. And
sound alike,
and yet they're talking to each other. They're never in the same room at the same time, so it's a little confusing.
Although sometimes I thought Sir was Edward James Olmos just for a second, but that's just because they look a lot alike.
Yeah. So we cut to a car driving with a license plate in a very European-looking area, and this becomes confusing later because the car is like very slowly weaving in between like stone ruins in this like kind of grassy knoll mountaintop area.
Yeah.
And later on, whenever the guy crashes in, they were in the middle of a city not too long ago, and they crash into a base that I thought was like underground in a bunker, and yet they're able just to drive right into it. Like there's a street that leads to it.
Yeah.
The whole thing is very confusing. The geography of this movie is baffling at times.
Oh yeah,
but it is a pretty movie to look at. Like
Oh, absolutely.
Budapest looks pretty. I forget the other place they filmed at. It also looks fairly pretty. So
yeah,
everything looks nice. It's kind of like a weird European take on Mad Max. Like we saw the Americans do it We saw the Italians do it. Now we're seeing the French and the Germans do it. So
Yep.
everyone's getting a turn at their Mad Max exploitation. Cool thing, did you notice the license plate of the car whenever it was pulling in at the beginning?
Oh, I don't remember exactly.
PK
I know something.
Dick.
Oh my god.
Philip K. Dick. There you go. Yeah, PK Dick is on the license plate of the
So
car.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's pulling in. There's another little reference there to you. It's like, hey.
Yeah.
So once the car gets to wherever it's going, it just has some more like unexplained sci-fi shit happens. And the sets look cool. We're like in an underground lab with like neon and black, and it's very late 80s, very, very late 80s. And the Sir is in charge, but we don't know that for a little while. It just seems like this doctor character is in charge. And he has this little boy with him named Maddie, who was a genius. And they are running this game that Maddie is controlling the AI driving a car of.
Also, I guess it's a game?
It is a game. Yeah, it's a game, but it's also like a sport that other people are competing in. And the goal is to get to the end of the line, which is basically where Maddie is. Later,
and also, this kid is the kid from RoboCop 2.
He is, yes.
Oh.
It is the kid from RoboCop 2. Yeah. And the weird thing is that the game later on we find is not actually really a game. It's more of like an excuse for Maddie to be found by his long lost sister, who is possibly a clone of him, or maybe he's a clone of her, or maybe neither. I don't know. Yeah, there's needlessly complex layers on top of layers. They could have just started the movie and been like, look, it's post-apocalyptic. Don't ask why, motherfucker, because we're not going to explain. And in this post-apocalyptic universe, everyone is driving to do something, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. Give me some kind... I mean, Twisted Metal, the TV show, is basically that. They took Twisted Metal and put it in the post-apocalypse and said, like, oh, well, now everyone's driving because they have to like get to a place, and if they get to this place, then good things will happen to them. Okay, cool. You've explained enough plot for me to sit back and enjoy Twisted Metal as a TV show, which I actually kind of like. Not gonna lie.
I hadn't actually watched it.
It was okay. It wasn't too bad. It was fine. Yeah. It had some funny moments, and it didn't outstay its welcome, I will say. You get Samoa Joe as Sweet Tooth, which is kind of funny.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So this movie, though, it just takes like what could be a rather simple idea and just layers upon layers. So like, not only is Maddie in control of this AI, but the AI might have gone rogue because he recently reprogrammed it, but didn't tell his dad person who's running him, but is also being controlled by Sir, who is also Jurgen Prochnow, wearing a very poorly fitting redheaded wig and acting very like Scooby-Doo evil.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. He's hamming it all the way
all
up.
The redheads. So every one of his henchmen are also like all wearing all black, corpse paint all over their faces, like they're in the fucking Susie and the Banshees. Raccoon eyes, like Susie and the Banshees, Sisters of Mercy style. Kind of like odd-looking red wig hair, which looks very, 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 very bright red. Like, no one's naturally red-headed kind of that. It's like off fake-looking red wigs. Yeah, those are what all the henchmen are doing. And they don't say anything.
Nope.
They just are silently watching this race happen.
Yeah, and there's like the one at the beginning that just keeps looking over her shoulder at something.
Yeah. She's in the music video a couple times too. Just repeats that shot over and over and over again.
That makes sense for a music video,
I
guess.
Yeah, so I wrote down at the beginning here, I was like, the beginning of this movie is needlessly perplexing, but I'm kind of in a way, and I can't explain why.
See, I struggled through the beginning of this. It wasn't until the van really got going. And destroying things.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. So we then cut to Karen Allen, who we assume to be the main character, but a la kind of, I guess, Mad Max 1, we have like a main character shift where like in the first Mad Max for the kind of beginning, you think Goose is like going to be the important part and Max is like the side character, and then that quickly shifts. that kind of happens here with Karen, where she seems like the main character, but she's not
Yeah.
going to end up being the main character. Yeah, so
and she does the thing. Like, I don't.
Yeah, we'll get to her death in a minute. Because, her death is confusing. Her death is the part where I had to back it up to be like, what just happened? Did she die? Like, yes. what is going on?
I did that more than once, where I had to go back and be like, what did I just miss?
A couple times myself, too, yeah. So Karen Allen is driving this RV, which is piloted by the AI called Monster that was created by Maddie, who is a little boy clone looking for his sister, and he has constructed this game to find her, which is being the payout is if you make it to him, you get your weight in gold. And the AI is supposed to help the driver get to him. Why he chose these drivers, I don't know.
No.
We don't really know, but Karen Allen is the first driver, and she is talking to the AI as it drives. And so you might think, like, how could we do the AI? You know, like have it just be like a talking dot, a la like 2001: A Space Odyssey, or
Kit from
something
Knight Rider.
Something like that. No, instead we get like a flesh mouth from hell. That
it's
talks
Cronenberg.
That talks jive. Like, most of the movie, it talks jive.
I was like, you know what it reminded me of was that. Was it the Matthew Broderick one or the sequel with French Stewart, the Inspector Gadget?
Oh, God.
Where they had the talking car that had that jive style talk.
That's you brought back a fucking trauma memory to me. Thank you for that.
That's what this movie did. I have to share.
Yeah. So that, same. Yeah, so
it felt the same.
Once you see the talking AI flesh mouth, you'll never get that image out of your mouth, out of your mind ever again. It will be with you forever.
In the mouths of madness.
Yeah, it'll be with you forever. It's like some horror dream out of Harlan Ellison's nightmares. Like, God damn, it's awful. I don't know how anyone could look at that on screen and be like, yes, perfect. Yeah. Perfect. And it's not like, they show it once. It is on screen a lot. It plays a pivotal role.
It is almost the main character.
Yeah, basically, yeah. In a way, it kind of is.
Yeah.
And so the RV is called Pharaoh Glider, and I don't know why, but it's called Pharaoh Glider. Yeah.
I just called it the van.
Yeah, just the van, basically, yeah. Monster van.
Yeah. Now, I will say this movie does something that I find very interesting, and I'm sure it's just a way of editing, so it may not be in the other cuts of this, but whenever someone's talking, they cut away to the other person.
Yeah.
And then they go, and then whenever the person responds to them, they cut the other way. And it's like, the person who's talking is usually not the one on screen.
Yeah, it's very stylistic. Yeah.
Yes.
And also, like, so the whole kids and Maddie and Jurgen thing, they're like in a completely different movie, because all they do is comment on what the driver and everyone else is doing. It's not until the end that the two worlds kind of intersect. Up until then, there's just like, we're here, you're here. And you can tell at times that like the footage was filmed at different places and kind of pushed together later on. Because, so the monster van is driving Karen, and they run into some problems with these things called Greys, which are like, I guess, representatives of the government, we're led to believe.
I guess so.
And we don't know much about the government other than they suck.
Apparently.
The government sucks, bruh. Down with the government. So the Greys catch up with her, and this is where we realize that this movie is a Mad Max clone. And Mad Max had car wrecks, so we should do some car wrecks. And so we do.
Oh, and don't they do car wrecks?
They do pretty good, honestly. Yeah, like I was going to say, it's not Mad Max. It's not George Miller. But of all of the Mad Max ripoffs we've watched so far, this is probably the best one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Texas Gladiators didn't really offer anything. Yor is kind of considered a Mad Max ripoff, and same thing, didn't really offer anything new there. So, I think of this one, of all the ones we've watched so far, this one probably had some of the most interesting things to offer when it comes to being a quote-unquote Mad Max ripoff.
Yeah. I was, like, the parts where they were driving through stuff and wrecking and all of that. Loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's great.
I enjoyed that. Like, each part, genuinely. I think they did really well. So.
Yeah. So this is where the movie takes a twist. Because we assume Karen Allen is going to be our main hero for a while.
Yeah.
And she refuses the detour that the AI tells her to take. And so instead she ends up running into some raiders. And she's like going to go reason with them. And they beat the shit out of her. And she becomes a prisoner. And she meets Stump, who is going to be our new main character. The actual Mad Max of this movie.
And really the first half of this movie, well, and not even really the first half, just this part of the movie with Karen Allen could have just been called Carrying Someone the Movie. Like, she just gets picked up and moved around. Like, what's happening here? What are you doing? Why is everybody picking her up?
Yeah, people just grab her. They're like, oh, maybe because I don't think they had a way to explain how she got from location to location. Because the next few minutes of the movie make no sense. So she meets Stump. They don't get along at first because she's lighting matches, and this pisses him off because he's missing a hand. And then they go from like not liking each other to, I guess, having sex because he starts like rubbing on her. And somehow now they're in love with each other, and he's going to use her death because she's going to die soon as like the thing that motivates him for the rest of the movie. In spite of the fact that while she's dying, we get that juxtaposed with him drinking and arm wrestling at the bar after he's let out of prison.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's like longing for her or like trying to find her. He's just enjoying himself with his bros while she's literally getting killed.
And really, this part, I guess maybe it's meant to feel this way, but it was like maybe 10 minutes that they knew each other.
Yeah, it was like so little time. And yet we're supposed to believe like, oh, she meant so much to him. It's like, okay, sure. So she's going to die soon because she's not telling them the information they want to know about whatever it is she's doing. And honestly, I think even if she told them what she knows, does she know shit all? Because I don't know shit all.
No.
So it's
I almost wish,
I'm like, well, damn. I mean, I think she told you everything she knew, and that isn't much because I don't think she knows much.
Yeah, really. I mean, she's just
y'all got the wrong person.
She's in a van being driven by AI. Like,
why not talk to the AI? Why not go be like, hey, what is your purpose here? What is your programming telling you're supposed to do here? Instead of going to the person that's just like, I'm just along for the ride. I'm here. I don't actually know why I'm here, honestly. Like, no one knows why I'm here. It has yet to be explained.
It's a game? It's a sport?
It's a game, sport, thing? I don't know. So she's going to die, and before she dies, she's going to give this note to this little kid that's been kind of hanging around since they got to this village, and this kid is named Princess, and she is the clone sister of Maddie that he has been searching for and designed this whole game around her being found and brought to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not confusing at all.
I was about to say, like, and how was it designed to happen?
Yeah.
Was she... well, I guess that would make some sense now that I said that out loud. Yeah. Because the way the detour happens, it's almost like she doesn't have enough time to react to it. Yeah. So I don't know if that was intentional.
I don't know if it was planned or not. Yeah, I don't know. The beginning of this movie is very confusing. Once Stump here takes over as the main, it kind of just plays out like a normal Mad Max ripoff. But the beginning, the setup to the journey, the getting to the next city in Mad Max, in Road Warrior, or getting the kids out of the village in Thunderdome, all of those things. Here it's, getting from point A to point B. Just the setup is needlessly complex. But I will say, you normally, oh, well, we're going to switch protagonists. We're going to miss Karen Allen because we're getting Johnny Holiday, who's the French Elvis, who I don't really know much about. Honestly, I preferred him in this movie because Karen Allen's performance, her performance is somewhere between, just campy and I could really use some more Coke because I'm really tired.
Yeah, I was just there were times where I didn't even know if she... I don't know, she just kind of is just staring at things or people.
Yeah.
And
when her little death thing where she just sticks her arm out and says, huh, that's it. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, that's the best we got? Like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I kind of want to watch the French version now to see, like, what 30 minutes are we missing? Does it explain any of this? Or is it just more cars blowing up?
Either way, I'm okay with it.
Right. So, so Stump is drinking and arm wrestling, and then he gets told by the kid that what happened to her, and then he gets told, like, this note says basically he needs to get to the end of the line, and that's basically all it says. That, and then like a phrase that he's supposed to repeat to, like, turn on the machine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he goes and finds the RV, the Pharaoh glider, and the little girl is now stowed away, but we don't know that for a little while.
Well, and also this is where I guess Monster's talking to Maddie, and
yeah, she's still alive because he can still communicate with her, and then it realizes that she's no longer alive anymore, and that's how we figure out she's dead.
Yeah, and well, like, because I guess he's talking. I don't know, like the kid is talking to Monster, I guess, remotely or something?
Yeah, they can talk remotely to the AI, yeah.
And they're talking about, I don't know what's going on, and it's like, there's someone coming or something, and then he's like, oh, never mind, gotta go, or something, and he's like, and I hated this delivery where he's like, oh, hey there, princess.
Oh, hey there,
I was like,
princess.
Jesus Christ,
it's very
dude.
creepy, yes, it's very, very creepy.
Like, what's happening? What turn is this?
Yeah,
I don't like it.
It was very, very creepy.
I mean, we've already gotten people manhandling Karen Allen. I was like, I don't like where this is going.
So, like, he gets out of the place, and by ramming out of there. So now he's in the RV with the AI, and he's on the road to the end of the line to avenge the death of a woman he knew for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And thankfully, he's able to escape from the people that are after him because they have tools in the back. And he's like, well, how do I use the tools if I'm back there and you're up here? Oh, we'll give him an RV, like, trucker headset.
Yeah.
So he has, like, a little trucker headset that he can put on to go to the back of the giant truck to use the tools to destroy the bridge so that he can get away and get back to the game, which is to get to the end of the line.
Yeah.
And this is when we find out that Princess is in the car and she's coming with. We don't really know why yet. The AI is just like, wait, she's coming. Hope you're fine with that.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah. And this is where we get more of, like, the doctor who's the evil guy who's kind of like Maddie's, like, I want to say, like, dad figure.
Yeah.
But he is being controlled by the Sir, who is also played by Jurgen Prochnow, who doesn't trust Maddie and thinks he's up to no good.
Yeah.
And also is blaming that on the doctor.
Yeah, because I guess he's, like, calling him an experiment?
Yeah, he's an experiment. And so this is going to lead to the third Jurgen Prochnow, which is the driver being sent out to stop Stump and the monster from getting to the end of the line.
Oh my god, I love
when you
spell
this movie out, you're just like, what in the fuck are we talking about? Like, this is the plot of this movie.
I hear you in your head being like, what am I even saying right now?
I'm just like, I'm piecing it together in my mind, and it's like, these words are English, but this sentence makes sense not. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to say now. Oh, it's like I'm speaking a different language. And speaking of different language, we can tell that this movie becomes very French and European, because while the AI is like auto-driving them to the next location, it's like, hey, y'all want some food? I got coffee and raspberry popcorn.
Yeah.
And that's what they eat. So they sit there and enjoy coffee and raspberry popcorn as they
now, by the way,
as they're driven and they get to know each other.
Oh,
go ahead.
Cut out for a second.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, I actually want some raspberry popcorn because I don't know what that would be like. So
yeah. Oh god. So Uh, we get more information about the kid. This is when the AI starts to reveal about like why Maddie came up with this game and what
Yeah.
the purpose of the game is. And this is where we get, like I said, even more needlessly complex. Like we already know the game. We're like, okay, he's got to drive from point A to point B. When he gets
Yeah.
there, he gets a bunch of gold. Cool. That's enough. I don't need to be like, oh, it's also because these two clones of this evil scientist dude who are the smartest kids in the wasteland.
Yeah.
It's about actually reuniting them, and that's why they're trying to get you to not do it, is because he doesn't want them to be reunited. Yeah.
It's such a confusing, like, why is anyone doing any of this?
Yeah. There's just a lot of that. And this is when we get to like the Budapest scenes where we get like sweaty bikers just like hanging out in the
Yes.
streets. And
This, when they get into this town,
yeah.
after the, by the way, what a weird tonal shift when
Yeah.
they're just going and like, we've been in this like wasteland looking area, they've just been driving through somewhat desolate roads, and then all of a sudden a kind of jaunty music comes on, and they're
Yeah.
going across this lighted bridge, gorgeous scenery.
Yeah.
Like it's a beautiful bridge, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a very pretty bridge.
and all of a sudden I'm like, is this a different movie? What happened? Like,
yeah, and all of a sudden they're like in tiny street corridors and like going down narrow alleys, and it's very like heavily populated now. Yeah.
No, I loved this part because they showed these. It was like the best part of like a carny freak show type thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I loved it. I was like, this, I want to be here.
Yeah.
Like these are my people.
So they pull over because they need to explain what the fuck is going on in this movie to the audience, because we're almost to the end and we're still like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And this is where we get some of the plot detailed, but this is also where the Greys come and arrest Stump here.
Yeah, because he stops to fix the van, and that confuses everybody but Maddie.
Yes. And they want to know where the end of the line is, and he's telling them it's west, and they're like, where west? And he's like, I don't fucking know. And he's not lying. He doesn't fucking know. Like, everyone keeps like, everyone in this movie that kidnaps someone to interrogates them assumes that person knows a lot more information about what is going on in this movie than they do. Like, if this was a multiple choice test, not only would they fail, so would the audience. Because if you asked me, like, where is the end of the line, I'd be like, I have no fucking clue. They said
I don't
west.
even think it's in the same movie.
Like exactly. Like, I have no idea. Brewer and Shipley, it's one toke over the line. We're getting way past where this movie goes.
Right?
So while this is happening, Princess and Monster are driving now because it's an AI, can drive by itself. And it crashes into the building where Stump is being held, so Stump can be saved. And
again, I love when this van drives into a building. I fucking love it. Every single time. I'm just like, yes, more of that.
Yeah, every time all the car crashes are really great. And this is where we get more car crashes, because, hey, we need more. We need more in this Mad Max ripoff, baby. And
I agree.
The scenery is really, really interesting. I mean, when you look at so many of the other Mad Max spoofs, like Steel Dawn, 2020 Texas Gladiators, some of the other ones that we've talked about, and ones we'll talk about in the future, like Warriors of the Year 2079, Exterminators of the Year 2099, whatever, in game. A lot of them take the Mad Max like wasteland of like Australia and just like desert for days, and they adapt that and just shoot in California or shoot in Italy and do that. This movie is a Mad Max ripoff, but we're not in the desert. We're like in the lush forests of Europe and driving through Germany and France, and like it's a very different kind of scenery, and it kind of makes the movie have like its own kind of thing going on, honestly, which is kind of fun.
It does, yeah,
because we're getting to the end, and so far trying to find things in this movie's favor is interesting.
So far, crashes is the main thing.
Yeah. So the third Jurgen, the driver, finally crashes up to the monster. He runs him off the road, and then he gets out to fight Johnny Holiday, Stump's character. And I love when Stump and Johnny Holiday, French Elvis, yeah. I love when Stump gets out of the RV after it's rolled, and he sees, because Jurgen Prochnow, the driver, is like pouring gasoline all over the Ferroglider because he's going to set it on fire. And all Stump says when he gets out is, "You son of a bitch." I thought that was funny, where he's just like...
Oh, some of these dubs that these people were doing was just like, all right, this is awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. They are pretty funny.
Oh yeah, like those twins, I guess.
Yes,
we had like the half white face, like clown makeup or whatever. Those guys with their like, hey, now you're going to go with us, and if you tell everybody like you're going to be interrogated, and if you tell this is going to be good for you, like. Who did this? Was it like just like somebody that was like working on a like wiring or something that was like, oh, you want me to do what? Like, all right, I guess. I mean,
yeah. So they get into their little sword fight, knife fight, and Jurgen ends up dead. And before Stump blows up his rig, he decides to open the doors of the back of this rig that's been following them. This for a good portion of this movie. And inside of the rig are a bunch of like baby clone aliens that are all strapped up and look terrifying.
They are terrifying looking.
Yes.
Again, we're back into the like Harlan Ellison, what's his name? Cronenberg look.
Oh yeah, definitely,
like,
definitely.
Body horror shit.
Yes, definitely some body horror stuff going on.
Oh god.
And so then we cut to the so he blows them up, and then we cut to back to the base, and we learn that like the Sir and the Doctor are having it out with Maddie, and Maddie is like throwing a hissy fit and telling no one come near me, or I'll tell them where Sir is, the authorities. And then when the rig blows up and all of his babies die...
Yeah, I was going to say, did he make that happen?
I don't know, because while this is happening, Sir Jurgen Prochnow in a redheaded wig and a bunch of latex, he doesn't catch on fire with the big rig that's completely away from him, but the images of the two of them are interposed with each other.
Yeah.
And this is the last we see of Sir, so I guess this kills him too?
Yeah, I guess this was like his... It was
somehow
so confusing.
They're all connected? I don't know.
Yeah, I was
but
like...
But the Doctor
okay,
doesn't die.
No, and I'm wondering, like, why... I mean, like, it's fine to have a contingency plan of, like, well, I'm not going down alive or something and just take yourself out or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like a what do they call that? Like a death kill? Like a kill switch or something,
kill switch, yeah.
Yeah, but, God, he's so fast to use it. Like,
he is.
It didn't even take anything. Like, nobody was coming to get him.
No.
It was just the threat of, and it's like, fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah. They don't even show up for, like, minutes later. So, this happens, and then, so those two are dead. So, Jurgen 2 and Jurgen 3 are gone. So, we're left with Jurgen 1, which is the Doctor, who threatens Maddie and, like, picks him up and, like, throws him kind of aggressively into the chair.
More picking up of people.
Yeah, like he like picks up this child, like this 8-9-year-old, and like throws him down rather aggressively. Like the kid was fine, but like it seems like that was pretty hard.
It's like, was the parent not on set or something?
They were like,
that's not.
They were getting tired of the kid's shit. They were like, "Fuck this kid."
I guess so. They're like fucking prima donna.
So now we're back on the road, but only for just a brief period of time, because then the AI tells us like, "Oh, the end of the line is right there," and then we crash into the building, and that's it. And Maddie is there sitting in the chair, and he runs and gets into the driver's seat of the big rig. And
like, fucking finally, this comes together.
Yeah, so the two clone twins geniuses are finally together, and with their AI ship to guide them around the wasteland. And French Elvis Stump is there as well.
Frelvis.
For Elvis, yeah. And then the movie ends when we get more of the end of the line song again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Yeah.
I
weird
stayed
movie.
So confused.
A weird, like, I will say, like, a lot of the reviews call this, like, one of the more baffling Mad Max ripoffs you'll ever watch. And I will say, like, it definitely is one of the more baffling Mad Max ripoffs you will probably ever watch.
Yeah. It takes
a lot of liberties. Oh, yeah.
and you said, like you said, it kind of goes for the style and the art over, something that could just be explained or something.
Yeah.
Because they just cut to stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot.
For no
reason.
reason.
And
also, what was that anime that the screen kept going to?
I have no idea.
I didn't recognize it. It looked like it was like an anime movie or something from like the 80s.
Sometimes cut to that. Yeah, I don't know. No idea. There's some weird stylistic choices here that are not really explained. Like I said, it's kind of like a cult movie in need of a cult, because there's a lot of like things you could really. There's a lot of good ideas here.
There are, and I like a lot of I think I liked all of the visuals in this entire movie.
Yeah,
everything I liked to look up.
Everything
was executed perfectly.
Yeah,
except for the wig.
Yeah, the wigs are bad. Like the costumes are odd.
Right.
Very 80s. The sets are nice. All the sets look good.
Yeah.
The background, like the locations are wonderfully chosen.
Yeah.
Some of the performances are good. Like Jurgen Prochnow as the three roles is campy as hell, and he's great.
Oh, I love
Both of the kids are honestly pretty good. They're not too terrible. Yeah. Johnny Holiday, French Elvis, for Elvis, is pretty convincing as like a Mad Max, stand-in here, surrogate.
I bought him.
Karen Allen is probably the shittiest one here, honestly. And she's not really in the movie for very long. Like, she's barely in the movie, honestly.
Maybe that's why, because she's like, oh, I guess this is all I'm doing. All right, this is all you get now.
She's in it for like the first 18 minutes, and then she's gone. You think she's going to be in it for a lot longer, but she's not.
Oh, yeah. It seems like she's going to be the main character.
Yeah, yeah. The setup and the DVD cover and everything, you think like, oh, it's like her and him are going to, run the wasteland in this RV together. Nope, that doesn't happen at all. Not at all.
I'm wondering if they
barely interact.
If she was... Yeah, see, I'm wondering if Karen Allen was, like, struggling with the story as much as we are, and she's like,
I was going to say,
I think this is how I should act
the
in
French
this
cut.
scene?
The French cut has an extra 35 minutes that we're missing here. I don't know if a lot of that is Karen Allen, or if a lot of that is explaining the things that don't make any sense, or if it's just more needlessly complex things. I don't know.
Oh, God. If only. Now I'm getting more excited.
But yeah, final thoughts on this movie, and then a big takeaway that we can apply to our own particular wasteland. I gotta say, my own takeaway to take to our wasteland here, if you are stuck in a post-apocalyptic wasteland in a RV driven by an AI, make sure it's one that can make you raspberry popcorn and coffee, because that's an important thing to have on the road. You never know when you need a little nap and a little pick-me-up. As far as the movie and whether or not I enjoyed it, I did enjoy this movie quite a bit. There were a lot of things I really liked. There were a lot of things I didn't like. There were a lot of things that I was very confused on. But at the end of the day, it moves rather quickly. It doesn't waste your time. There's a lot of things, weird things that you only will see in this movie. And I think for that, at least at the very least, I think it's worth at least one watch, It may not be the cult movie for you, but it is, I think, definitely going to eventually find its little audience out there.
I can see that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I would say, I'm going to agree with you. Like, there were so many things I liked about it. Like, I really liked the look of it. I liked the action of it, the effects that they did with the wrecks and everything. They looked really good. They were filmed really well. I can't really point to anything I didn't like, because even the stuff that fell flat for me, I was kind of like, well, that's still funny to me, like in a culty, so bad it's good kind of way. Mm-hmm. But so even the parts that I didn't find all that good still felt so bad they're good. But the problem for me is I struggled so hard to follow the movie. I was just so confused. So I almost was desperate for the parts where some action happened, because I was like, I can follow this. I understand. So, I could, like I said, I could see this, having a strong audience. If anybody from that cult audience could explain it to me, I would really appreciate that. But because I want to like it more, because I really did like it. I want to enjoy, but I'm just so confused that I'm like, I don't think I can keep watching it over and again. It's so painful because I'm like, I don't follow. And then a takeaway, I I guess let's give AI fucking horrifying mouths. Why not? Like, that'll make us less inclined to let it take over.
So, that is true. That
be
is
like,
true.
No, you're not going to get access to that. You're terrifying. So, like, you can change my radio, fine, but you're not doing this. Like, you're scary as shit. So that might be a good way to keep the AI down.
That's true. That's true.
Well, thank y'all for coming along on the journey tonight as we have reached our own particular end of the line. Next week, we will return to talk about Planet of the Apes, the very, very first one of our series of Planet of the Apes movies, as we clock in for our 1 year little celebration and spend the whole month of August looking at Charlton Heston and the original Planet of the Apes series. See you guys then.
Awesome.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Hot damn, college boy. Thank you so much for listening. Every single week we come back with a new movie about the end of the world, or a movie about the beginning of the end of the world, or what happens after the end of the world, or maybe one day we just decide to watch Showgirls. Who knows? Right? But every week we are coming back, and thank you so much for stopping in this week and listening to the whole episode and hearing our thoughts on whatever train wreck of a movie I chose to force my friend to watch this week. I'm a good person like that. And thank you for also being a good person. There you go. If you want to be a really, really fucking cool person, which you obviously are, why don't you give us a like, and actually, more importantly, give us a subscribe. I find that to be more important. I don't know if the algorithm says it is. I don't really give a shit. But thank you for your patronage either way, and clicking all the things and doing all the stuff. Bye. Thanks.